Hello guys, and welcome back to our playthrough of Pokémon Scarlet. To catch up from where we were in the last episode, we went through and we'd beaten the Stony Cliff Titan right here in Southern Province Area 3. So we'd gone down and we defeated the Stony Cliff Titan, which turned out to be a giant Clorf, and we got inside the cave with Arven, and we'd found that sweet Herba Mystica that he was looking for, and we'd fed some to our Koraidon, which also gave us the bonus ability when riding Koraidon to be able to dash around at higher speed, which was pretty awesome. Since the last episode, what I have done is I have had a little bit of an extra explore around Southern Province Area 3, and just taking a look at what extra Pokemon can be found here. In addition to that, I noticed our team was getting a little bit messy with many duplicated types, so I decided to have a little bit of a clean up of our team. And of course, capturing some new Pokemon has pushed our Pokemon up a few additional levels. So this here is now our current team. I have taken a look at what Pokemon I want to include in my team for future, and there will be a few changes on this once I find the ones that I'm looking for. But for now, this is the team we're going to be using, and it's a lot more balanced than what we had before. So starting off, we have the Psychic and Fairy type Pokemon Ralts. He is male, and for now we're going to call him Heimdall, which is down to the fact that he will eventually, potentially, if we don't replace him before then, become a Gallade. So I feel like it's a suitable name. We then also have our Sharkadet, which has remained in the team as our Fire type, called Tempest. For now, Little Rock is also staying in the team, our small rock type Pokemon. Now for an electric type, I decided to take Spyro out of the team, and now we have a Shinx in instead. I didn't like the double poison typing we had in our team between the Wooper and Spyro, so we've now got Shinx, which we've nicknamed Lux Luthor, and as you see we've got him up to level 21. So he's also just about ready to evolve, I think. There's a few of that on our team at the minute. And remaining also in our team, we do have Wooper, which we've nicknamed Whoop Whoop. I do like having a ground type on our team, it's very useful, and in addition the poison typing is very useful for getting rid of those pesky fairy types that are floating around. And last but not least, of course, we still have Elvis, our starter type Pokemon. So we've just done a little bit of cleaning up. You see in our boxes we have caught a couple of additional Pokemon. So when I was running around, I think we found Murkrow last time, but we found Bronzor, Petalil, Shellder and Dunsparce. I believe these two might have been in raid battles, so they have strange terror types. But yeah, we did a little bit of search around the rest of the area and couldn't find a huge amount more. So mainly it was just getting those levels up and fighting off the remaining trainers. This episode, I was considering continuing on to the east and heading over to here, which is the Artisan Gym, which is a grass type gym. However, I remember when we were in Mesagoza, we were recommended to either go east or instead to go west to face off against the first recommended gym battle. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go over here to the Cortondo Gym, which appears to be the Bug Gym badge. So to do that we have to head through Southern Province Area 2. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to Mesagoza, then we're going to go to Southern Province Area 2, through there, and hopefully take on the Cortondo Gym. In the meantime, we should also level up a fair few of our Pokemon, which should be very useful. So, here we are in Mesagoza. Of course, we have our Koraidon now, which can make travelling around much quicker. Press B, we can dash, but if we click the stick now as well, we can also make Koraidon do this sprint, which should make things significantly quicker for us. There's the gate there. So this is the western gate, and this will head towards Southern Province Area 2. I wonder if we'll have to speak with Ramona beforehand. Doesn't it look it currently? We're going straight in. So we can head towards our first gym battle, which would be awesome. Just to get that one ticked off. As I said, I'm not looking to pursue one storyline at a time. I'm going to kind of linear progress all of them at once, which should be pretty good. So the aesthetic of this is very different to the Southern Province Area 3 that we just came out of, which was kind of a very red stone. Now we have this lovely sand rock. And is that a Mareep right there? Oh, this is testing my new team build to the limit already. I've just chucked Shinx in my team, and then immediately we found a Mareep. Ampharos is probably one of my favourite Pokemon, so he's very tempting to use. We'll probably kill this in one hit, I think. So just checking Pokemon straight away. Though there is another electric type Pokemon I have currently on my draft team, so I think we're for now not going to put this Mareep in my team, unfortunately. Although Ampharos is an incredibly strong electric type Pokemon, so it is very, very tempting to do so. So Mareep is the wool Pokemon. If static electricity builds around in its body, its fleece doubles in volume. Touching it will shock you. We're going to give her a nickname anyway, even if she's not jumping in the team. We're going to call her Dolly the Sheep. Just in case we change our mind, decide to add her in. I wonder what the nature is. Is it a good nature? Boosted special defense, lower defense, so no, pretty poor nature. For now, we're going to send Dolly to our box, and it does pain me to do so, as it is very, very tempting to get her in. But we're going to stick with Shinx for now, as I do very much enjoy using something a little bit different to what I would normally use. So yeah, we'll keep Shinx in. Seymour Fletchling, and just like Southern Province Area 3, it looks like there's a kind of healing station here where we can picnic. There's Young Goose heading around here. Let's see what else we've got kicking around. So over here I can see a Pokeball hanging around there, some more Young Goose. Snaffle that up, that actually ended up being a Pokeball as well. And an Ether as well, and then we're going to head straight down here to this water's edge. What do we got in the water? We got Weasel, Magikarp. Looks like pretty standard Pokemon for us. Still another hidden item, which is a Pokeball. Cider, Azurill. Nothing we haven't seen before, nothing particularly special. Sunkern, I believe we have seen before. We have. A little bit disappointing. I hope there'd be, something pretty different to Southern Province Area 1. That doesn't appear to be the case as of yet, anyway, other than the Mareep, of course. Oh, go on, jump! Let's see if our dash can help us here. Oh, if I don't run into the Azurill first. I can't really be bothered with this, to be honest. Let's just defeat it and get it straight out of the way. Going around in the way, to be honest. Tiny amount of XP. Right, now he's out of the way. We can come over here, we can use our dash and jump. Or apparently not. Looks like we're doomed to never get this item. No matter, head over here and we'll get this anyway. Past the crowd and pop it. Onto our first trainer of the day. Let's face off our first trainer of the day. What have we got? Hopefully we can get a couple of early level ups in. That would be awesome. Because if we get a few of our team starting to evolve, we'll definitely push up in strength. And we're thinking about looking towards our first maybe kind of PvP battles, and we do have a friend who's also playing the game in a similar position. Slightly with a slightly good amount of damage. For those who don't know, my Ralts actually has a very poor personality for a Ralts. Lower special attack, you see, higher speed. However, it's a very good nature once you get to the point where it evolves into a Gallade. So, it's going to be a bit weak for a while, but then become very strong in the future, so it's kind of a trade-off at the minute. He's going to go out with a Sableye. Which I believe is a ghost type. It's ghost type, so it's the first time we've seen one, so let's go with a Psybeam. It doesn't affect Sableye, so guys, I think it's ghost and dark type now I think about it. So going with Rock is probably a very poor choice. Let's hit it with the sound of the voice. There we go. does have a weakness. Very. So a lot of damage here. Not the strongest Pokemon Rocks. When he evolves into Curly area, he should get a little bit better. Gallade, even then, is not a particularly bulky Pokemon. It always remains pretty fragile, but more of a glass cannon, but capable of dealing a lot of damage. And we get $720 in prize money. So let's quickly heal him up. We want to use the Midas functions. I think it will use 2 different items, so I only need 1 potion here to get him almost full HP, which should do us plenty good enough. Let's jump back on Koraidon here. More and more hop it through it and round, just keep an eye out for anything new. I assumed there'd be a way to get back up here somewhere close, but apparently not. Hello, Miss Marie. A Basculin Fang. Another TM item. For a second I thought that was going to be some awesome new hold item, but doesn't appear to be the case. Ooh, and what have we here? We have our first encounter, at least in the wild, with a Starly. So slight spoilers, the Electric-type Pokemon I was looking to add to my team isn't flying Pokemon, but of course it's not Starling. So I seem to be finding all of the various beginner bird-type Pokemon of every game, apart from the unique bird-type Pokemon of this game. And I want to find as soon as possible and start getting it ready for our team. So Starly, normal flying type, the Starling Pokemon. They flock around mountains and fields, chasing after bug Pokemon. Their singing is noisy and annoying. And I definitely don't want that anywhere near me. Okay, let's get it in the Pokédex, all sorted. You will note there on my Pokédex, you will have seen that I did see the evolved form of Shinx. I did see it while I was going around. While I was going around Southern Province Area 3, but I didn't really want to add a kind of evolved Pokemon to my team so soon without showing you guys my Pokemon evolving, so I did pass straight over. No, not to bother, as our Shinx is basically evolved anyway. Look here, it's just the game's begging me to add Marik to my team. There's tons of them. So I was told if I dash into a tree, there's a chance Pokemon in there come down and fight us. And in this case, there was a Starly in the tree. That's quite interesting. I'll have to keep an eye on that in future if we're looking for Pokemon that dwell in trees. So over here we find a potion on the floor and a hidden Pecha Berry as well. There is Pokemon. We have a Hoppip, and this looks to be something we have not seen before. Oh, look at this little fella. Who are you? There's a lot of like dog type kind of viewing Pokemon on this game. A Mashif. What do we got here? Mashif. Burst out on our first round. It's using maybe a confusion perhaps. Just concerned it's going to hit it out in one hit. What's the problem? Oh, it doesn't affect Mashif. I wonder if he's there for the dark type. Let's just fling the Pokeball then, I don't want to risk using our Fairy type move and one hit KOing it, and luckily a Pokeball does get it in one go, so that's useful. So let's take a look at this guy then. I don't know anything about him, to be honest. Mashif, the Rascal Pokemon, and he is indeed just pure Dark type. It always scowls and attempts to make opponents take it seriously, but even crying children will burst into laughter when they see Mashif's face. Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, not one for our team, but we'll get him in anyway. And back on the move we go. Let's see, there's some water-type Pokemon on this little beach, because we can't traverse the water just yet. I'm now assuming that the climbing mechanic, which appeared to be a thing judging from the way the map was laid out, and in previous areas climbing appears to be a thing, and also I note that there's areas on the other side of water. I therefore assume that these are all going to be abilities that are added to the Koraidon bike, and therefore we have to go through the Titans in order to get access to these abilities. So we will get there eventually. What is this here? It's another new Pokemon for this region. A Tadpole. So So halfway between a tadpole and a light bulb. Therefore I assume it's probably an electric Pokemon. Oh, Psybeam also. The Mud Slap, which takes down our accuracy, which is not ideal, as I'd rather not miss an attack. But thankfully the next confusion hits nice and easy. Taking down Tadpole. Small amount of XP, and that is Carlos the Student defeated. How do you know so much more than me when we've been taking the same classes? I didn't notice this is another fella dressed for school. So we could head up this path, which we will do at some point. We have more than explore down around here, so I'm sure there's a lot more to find. So we've got Mareep, and that there is a Pikachu. Another Pokemon we have not caught currently. Of course, we caught its pre-evolved form, the baby Pokemon Pichu, in Southern Province Area 1. But we have not seen the Pikachu. I think we've seen one potentially in a trainer battle, but we haven't seen one in the wild. So there's confusion here. Alive, it should be a relatively easy capture. So if you're looking for an electric type for your team, there's a lot of really strong options by the looks of it in this game, particularly early on. That Pawmi I wasn't particularly impressed with when I was using it previously, but it appears to have extremely high attack stats and not very good defences. Of course, we've also ran into Mareep, which is very strong. I'm using Shinx, which as well, it can be very strong. And then you have this here, which is a Pikachu, which again is very strong. So there's a lot of choice for an electric type. And then, despite all of that, none of those are the ones I'm going to be choosing long term. So yeah, plenty of choice. Anyway, Pikachu, the mouse Pokemon. When it is angered, it immediately discharges the energy stored in the pouches in its cheeks. I'm not going to give it a nickname. For those of you who don't know, if you've ordered the game, you can go in Mystery Gift now. And what you can do is, in Mystery Gift, you can log in and just search for Pokemon that you can get via the internet. And you can currently get a Pikachu which has the Flying Terra type, which is obviously very unique. And it also knows the move Fly. So yeah, if you've just got the game, I definitely recommend doing that and picking that up. We will do so shortly in one of our interludes. But for now, I'm pretty happy with what we've got, and I'll come back in the future. So we do find an Everstone there, which is a useful item for preventing a Pokemon from evolving. That's good, because we were thinking about buying something like that when we were in Delibird Presence. Of course, now we do not need to. Which is good. Right, so we ran to get another Azurill, which was not too interesting defeating. What I've seen around here are mainly Pokemon we've seen before. It's not a huge amount of new stuff. But we can find a TM for Fake Tears. To be honest, I'm a little disappointed that the last few areas we've had have been pretty rich in, 5 or 6 new Pokemon at least, with Southern Province Area 1 being absolutely rammed with new Pokemon. Over here, not so much. Even the little Pichu we've seen before. Is that a Squover? Yeah, that's another thing. That's another Pokemon we've seen before. I'm kind of running back and forth as I'm kind of zigzagging my way along to make sure I don't miss any items or potential new Pokemon. It looks like it's all pretty similar to before. Again, look at the little Shrew. We've seen him before as well. What is this? This is something we've not... Oh, of course, it's shining Pokemon that have a unique Terra type. But on top of that, it's also a Meowth, which is another Pokemon we haven't seen before. So not only have we got our first Meowth, we're going to get a Meowth with a unique Terra type. Not sure what the balloons signify is its Terra type. We do take Fury Strike, it's doing quite a lot of damage here. Without a crit, we should survive this, which we did, good. Use a Psybeam. I think I'm right in thinking we can't use a Pokeball until its Terra form thing is broken. So we're actually going to use a potion because we can't take another one of those Fury Swipes at the moment. So we'll use a potion just to make sure Heimdall keeps alive. We don't want him losing all these effort values by being we'll use Confusion here. I do go for another Fury Swipes. And with a crit as well. Thankfully it only hits 2 times. So always Confusion here, gets him down to red HP. And does that break his terror and allow us to do the capture? It does. So we don't want to knock it out, of course, because we do want to capture this Meowth. But equally, we have to get down to red health. We even have the option of throwing a Pokeball. Hopefully with red HP, this will be an easy enough capture even with a Pokeball. Which it is. Excellent. So the Meowth was captured. And we do get another level up on Elvis as well, level 23, and he's going to learn Aqua Cutter, which is excellent. We now have a strong physical-based water-type move. It's Aqua Jet. Whilst it's very useful, the way it acts almost like Quick Attack, it was not really the highest damage move ever. I'm actually going to get rid of Double Hit here, as I'm not really too interested in using a normal type move. I'd rather keep the ability to either use a strong move or the quick attack kind of move, which can come in handy if you need to act first. So yeah, we have now got Meowth. So the Scratch Cat Pokemon. All it does is sleep during the daytime. At night it patrols its territory with its eyes aglow. Send Meowth to the boxes. And there we go. So perhaps I was being a little bit harsh. I hadn't gone far enough into this area to see something new. I think we've seen Bonsly before, we have. Perhaps there is more to see around here than I gave it credit. Unless the Meowth was unique, of course. I'm going to pair more revives, which we haven't needed so far, which reminds me we need to heal up Heimdall. And we also get a TM for Disarming Voice, a move of course already known by Heimdall. So Pikachu, we've already got one of you. Lots of Shroodle, lots of Bonsleys. Nothing more as of yet. I'm not quite aware we were up there when we started, so I'm not sure how we'll ever end up getting back up there. We came down this bit just to get a few items and then never made our way back up again. We've got some Combi as well, and some Shroodle and a Snover. We run into this tree, see if anything falls out. Nothing new. A Bound Sweep here, which of course we've found already, I think, in Southern Province Area 1. Let's have a quick sprint about, use this dash. Weasel in there. Grab these items, a couple more Pokédolls. And this is a Ginnadoodle coin. And right at the end we have TM for Air Cutter, which is a very strong flying type, which is very useful. They run into a Hoppit which hadn't rendered into a screen yet, so couldn't really be avoided. Should have run away from this, I'm not interested in taking down level 8 Hoppits. Come on, Rox, let's get moving. Oh, do we need to jump? Just trying to press the sprint. This Berry. So, how do we make our way back up? I think it was, oh, it's this, of course it was. It's this little ledge over here which we bypassed. Of course, we did leave an item behind on that ledge earlier. I'm sure we'll probably manage without it. We may consider going back at some point, but for now we're just going to dash above its leg, past the patch of Fletchlings, and see what else we've got to see around here. So, of course, we've missed a huge amount between the Pokémon Center and here. I wouldn't mind heading back towards Fletchlings everywhere. We have a Leatherberry on the floor, and there is another trainer here. Got to train up my bug Pokemon real strong. Come on then, let's see what you got. Good run out this episode. I don't think he's been used particularly large amount than any of my previous. A bit more XP, everyone's kind of creeping towards the next level slowly but surely. Of course, we do seem to be quite highly leveled off the back of all of this. So we seem to be defeating trainers. We got another little rock down there. Some pocket, which are crowding this item I want to pick up. Oh, I just got it without engaging the battle. It was a revive, which I another super potion as well. Just down there is some items which I'll attempt to pick up if there's a way to get back up. We're going to have to go back round, so maybe let's go to the end of here, pick up those up here, and then down here. We get an XP candy, a leopard berry. A cherry berry, a burn heal. Pokeballs, not something except for new Pokemon right here. And we find ourselves right back at the beginning. Of course, turns out we could have made back moves. So we're going to head back up this way and we're going to left hand side for now. Picking up everything as we go. And then we'll come back this way and run back. First off, we're going to take this trainer here. Very well dressed gentleman in this suit, Sergio. Is that a Paldean Reaper? Or dark poison type, so not exactly ideal for our fairy type friend here, Hyundai. Oh wow, so side use of the fact that we're faster, so many levels higher, so we can just take it out easily one here. The trainers Pokemon around here seem to be even lower level than the wild ones, to be honest. We're a little bit disappointed. We hope that the trainers Pokemon will be a little bit stronger, but nothing so far. You seem to get no XP at all as well, kind of levelling up in 10s and 20s of XP. Here we have a new Pokemon here, which I'm yet to see. And I didn't realise he was available in this route. This is a Pokemon I'm going to be looking to pick up and add to my team. So I think, unfortunately, poor Little Rock's about to be cut from the team. So this here is a Smollet, which is a grass type Pokemon. A very strong grass type Pokemon. Oh, as I said, that's my team. You want it, they know it. So next time it's straight to the Pokemon. It's a strong grass type Pokemon with very, very poor speed. But very good attacking stats. So it's quite an interesting Pokemon. And one that I'm going to add to my team. So before we head this way and check this side out, I'm actually going to go back and get those items. I'm sure we'll run into another Smollet in the future which we can pick up. Pick up all items. So all of them will come down here. Nature, so we're just having to buy anything. We're just finding them around the place. There's that train. Just over here where the items are. What have we got? XP candy, a cranberry, a max Harrison berry, a couple of Pokeballs, soup potion, and we're just seeing Miraidon everywhere. Everywhere is Miraidon. And up this left hand side further, there is another Pokemon. Appears to be a wow. Ooh, wow. So it's a unique Terra type, and we've accidentally entered Southern Province Area 4, which was not our intention. But we cannot resist taking on this Pokemon here. So of course, all these other Pokemon behind us, we are going to leave for now. But I cannot resist taking on a Scyther now I know it has a unique Terra type. What Terra type it's going to have? Gemstone, that's not clear what that was. Just testing, we also didn't check what Terra type the Meowth. That poor little Heimdall looks tiny next to the Scyther. And the site, of course, also fast runners, which is not a surprise. So the noise in the background. And that didn't do a huge amount of damage at all to that side. We're deciding. We're going to try disarming voice now. Holy moly. Of course, terrestrializing, making your stronger did not help us there, but I wasn't expecting one Fury Cutter to take us out. So I think we're going to switch to Tempest here for his fire typing. A load of Ghastlies and a crowd of Drifloon in the background, spectating. With another Fury Cutter, we deal a hell of a lot of damage. And we deal almost nothing. Let's go for the rest of us here and then go for it. Take us out before this comes not really better. So this is what we get taking on the level 22 when most of our team is lower than that level. But I couldn't resist it when I saw it had a unique Terra type. It might have something cool like flying, for example. He uses Leah, of course, which he did on Heimdall, which was probably one of the reasons why. I think got one of there by that Fury. Do I risk it? Oh, I can't. Do I risk it until it's over with it? Because we can't until... Also going to take down Tempest here, I think. Of course, he doesn't even need the second hit. Take him down in a single hit. That's two of our team taken down now by this side and that's our terrestrialized basically as well. Flipping heck, this thing is strong. It's making me really want to use it on my team, to be honest. Yeah, for now we're just going to go straight in with Elvis, and we're going to use Aqua Cutter for now. We might also have to use the super effective wing attack if this doesn't do a huge amount of damage. That seems like plenty, enough to terrestrialize the break. And now of course we can start attempting our catch. We're going to use a Great Ball here, as it's a much higher level, and it's not on 1 health or a sleep. But HP and not a sleep, so I think it'd be hard to capture. But a Great Ball does it in 1. Of course, we've now got half a team, of course, so we've got to be a little bit careful on that one. We do get some pretty good XP as well. And that is Scyther, the Mantis Pokemon, bug and flying type. Slashes through the grass, sharp scythe, moving too fast for the human eye to track. So let's check out his summary. So here's the normal type Terrestrialize, which explains why that double hit did such an enormous amount of damage on us. I think that's a very interesting typing, particularly if we then also get the steel in once it's evolved into a sizzle. But for now, we're not going to add it to our party. We've done a heck of a lot of damage there, so we are going to have to use the revive on the rest of our team, and then we're going to head back to the southern area we've just left. Rather than checking that southern area before, we'll leave that for another time. So let's get these healed up. Got a ton of revives now with how many we found, so we can use those on both Heimdall and Tempest. And then we'll just check a potion on each of these as well. And then we'll just carry on proceeding towards our first gym battle. And that. There's also a Rockruff here as well, which we've seen in a battle before, but I don't think we've seen in the wild, so... Judging the fact it's level 10 and not in the level 20s like the last one, it's actually native to Southern Province Area 2 rather than 4. So I don't have any kind of guilt. Oh, red health, but we've also confused it, so let's really hope it doesn't hurt itself in confusion here, or else we are in trouble. Oh no! That's itself in confusion and faint, so we aren't going to catch it. So I just have to keep an eye out for another one in future. But over here in the background I did spot a Staravia, but it is level 25. I wonder if that's meant to be native to the other Southern Province region, which I suspect it is. So we're going to leave it for now due to its high level. We shall be back to explore that region, but for now, not too interested. We can't cross over to that there, which is one of the raid dungeons, as we do not have the ability to cross water. But we are going to head down here and just gather up a couple of items down here, which is a pair of antidotes, that up for some reason. And a Maxi Pop. Useful items. Not that we've used them much so far, but then we're going to go to this Miraidon. Probably shouldn't have even revived our Pokemon, kind of a waste of... Oh, we get some more ingredients as well. Yeah, waste of our healing items. I think we could just kind of hit to begin with, to be honest, but not to matter. We've got a lot of healing items. So that's kind of that half checked out. Let's go over and head over this side now. See what else there is to offer. See the fleshlings over here. There's a TM up there, which I don't think we can jump that high using our Koraidon over here. There's another raid dungeon there. And also a super potion. I don't think we can jump up into this as of yet. It's not too high. You see a little bit of stuttering, that's not the stream, of course that is the game which has this kind of myriad of performance issues. We can't leap up this tier either. Is there a way to run? Yeah, there's not. Maybe there's a way if we carry on the route, but I'm not going to swear it too much. Right, I'm so careless. Oh, let's face up this train here and see what we got. What's after facing that cycle is going to be nothing compared to this train is going to be nothing compared to that. I imagine it'll be very low level trainers in comparison. Level 8, just a waste of time basically. The only reason I'm facing off trainers at this point now is going to waste time. The only reason I'm doing it is I'm going to get the money for them, as there were some very useful items in that Delibird present. So if we build up our money reserves, we can get a few more of those items, particularly the useful ones for building up our EVs. I should have used Salmon Voice there. I should have used type move, no bother. We'll just hit it again. Quickly around the background, I can also see a Smoliv, which if we're looking to add back to our team, definitely worth picking up now. Another item over here too. Let's bag that up on legendary. And let's face off against this Smoliv. I'm not going to make the mistake this time of hitting it with attack, I'm just going to hit it straight with the Pokeball. Early bird ability. Oh, it's a great ball. I meant to use a Pokemon straight up the Pokemon. For guaranteeing the capture of this level 6. And the tiny amount of XP does get us a level up to Whoop Whoop. We're going to replace Slam here with Yawn, as making Pokemon go to sleep can be very useful. And that's Smoliv, the olive Pokemon, which is grass and normal type. It protects itself from enemies by emitting oil from the fruit on its head. This oil is bitter and astringent enough to make someone flinch. Would you like to give it a nickname? Well, that depends on whether this one has a decent nature. As if it has an awful nature, we do not want to add it to our team. So this one has increased defense and reduced speed, which actually I don't think is the worst thing in the world, as this Pokemon's a fairly aggressive attacker and tanky defense, but has terrible speed, so reducing the speed further is a pretty good thing, as you're never going to be outspeeding Pokemon anyway, and we're going to add it now. Who to add it over, though, is the difficult choice. I think we're going to add over poor Little Rock, who's barely seen much of a run. Sorry, Little Rock. Shame to see him go, but we have now Smoliv in our team, and also Whoop Whoop is going to be evolving. So here we go, the first on our team, and we're yet to see this Pokemon. So Whoop Whoop evolved into a Clodsire, which is a very interesting looking Pokemon. The spiny fish Pokemon. Oh, I actually past it. But it looks like a Quaxly on the side, which is quite cool. And it wants to learn the move Amnesia, which I'm not going to do for now. But that is a cool Pokemon. So yeah, a couple of new additions. We've now got Clodsire called Whoop Whoop, and we've also got Smoliv, which of course we have to give a nickname to. Now, Smoliv I'm going to keep with the olive-based nicknames. It's going to be named Olivia. Although I've now noticed it's male. It's a little awkward. But we'll survive. If anyone has any better nicknames, feel free to suggest. I will take that into account, as Olivia was probably a bit of a daft name for a male Pokemon, but oh well. So, nothing else new as far as I can see around here, so we're going to continue heading up the steps. Picking up items as we go. I assume, therefore, that is how we access this area over here. It is, we just have to hop off this edge. Dash now as well. Potion. TM over here. I'm going how slowly the camera turns. Performance issues. And we also get the TM for Protect. Oh, we get an XP candy. And also a cherry berry. I've just had the thought that actually I have a few of these XP candies. This can be very useful for getting Olivia's level up a little bit higher, as of course everyone is level 20 on our team and she's only a poor level 7. That's her buff to 12 and we're already learning Razor Leaf, so there we go. That's brilliant. That's a definite improvement on her moves. Or his moves, awkwardly. And we'll use these small ones as well. Just to get it a bit closer to our team. Level 16, there we go. Helping Hand we're not going to learn, and neither are we learn Flail. And I'm also going to put Olivia to the front of our team. Give it a run out, why not? And we have here a raid battle area, which I'm not sure what typing this is. Let's have a look. As the map seems to give it away, although can't really see. I assume pink means it's probably a fairy type. Oliver. Oh, that's a much better name. There we go. Thank you very much, Gary. This will definitely be a... That makes much more sense than having Olivia. And there we go, we have Oliver to keep the olive-based nicknames going. So I'm not going to be challenging this as a group, and I also don't really want to challenge a poor me that looked like. Not too interested in facing off against the poor me, to be honest, as we already have one. So I'm not going to bother with this raid. Even with the fairy typing, I'm not so interested. So we have an item over here, more Marie can hop it. There's so many items to pick up on the floor. I think at some point I have to just stop picking these up because it's a bit of a waste of time, but I just can't resist. Then we have the trainer over here, who is Youngster again. The trend is extremely weak. Of course, now we're lower level, maybe it should be a little bit more difficult. Particularly with all our moves and being not very effective, which goes with later. Wasn't expecting to do that well. Reducing our speed further when we're already the slowest Pokemon. I'm not sure on the in-between evolutions of Smoliv yet. I just know that the evolution Smoliv can be pretty good, so I had it written down to be added to my team if and when I found one, as I didn't want to spoil too much of the game for myself. So sparkly, I got distracted. And that's another almost 400 money for us, which is useful. Just try and dodge this clip and pick up the potion. Koraidon bite. We'll pick up the TM that we saw earlier on, which is the TM for agility, which is a very useful move for increasing speed. We're going to head back to where we were staying. Dodging the crowds of Pokemon hanging out. So you see this area looks to be absolutely enormous. I wonder if that's the city we're heading towards with our gym. I'm not sure which direction it is we're facing. Yeah, it must be. I think I'm meant to head over there. I will search the rest of this area out probably off camera. And similar to this, the start of this stream, I just kind of give an update on what I found. We'll go head straight to Cortondo and take a look at our first gym battle. Swarms of Hoppet. We are going to check out the views from up on this side. We'll never resist checking out these things. It's always good to have a nice aerial view. If they're going to improve the visuals of this game, it's really worth checking out. And we'll also pick up an extra TM for our troubles as well, because the visuals aren't exactly brilliant when you compare them to other, even other Switch games such as Breath of the Wild, but they're still better than nothing at all. And there is a treasure chest up on here as well. It is the Pokemon, I believe it's a Gimmighoul. It is indeed. Let's just sling an Ultra Ball at this as well. First of these we've actually seen. And he broke out straight away. It's been a little bit more tricky to catch. Of course, our normal typing resists the ghost type move, so we're using raw to get it down somewhat. When you're too strong, we'll knock it out. But Razor Leaf, well, we can get away with it. Okay, that should do. Now we go straight to our Pokeball. And so far, Smolix and Sprigatito hits pretty well, only losing a couple of HP each time. And there's Gimmighoul captured as well. Oh, some of our team creeping towards that next level, and we'll eventually get some evolutions in the bag. So Gimmighoul, the coin chest Pokemon, which is a ghost type. This is his chest form, so there must be multiple forms of this Pokemon, which is pretty awesome. This Pokemon was born inside a treasure chest about 1500 years ago. It sucks the life force out of scoundrels who try and steal the treasure. Awesome. I always love to see new ghost types, because I feel like ghost type doesn't really get enough love as far as new Pokemon seem to come in. We're just jumping down here with reckless abandon. That's a Diglett. That's really seen a Diglett. We've got another little herd of Smoliv. There's Smoliv all over the place amongst these lovely olive trees. More Diglett as well. I wonder what this is here. Is that a Diglett with a unique Terra type? It is, it is. Because that Diglett is therefore significantly stronger than the rest. I know he's a level lower, but let's send Oliver into battle with us, as this grass type does give me the advantage. Terra type is this. I know that obviously the symbol on its head will always reflect the Terra type that it is, but I haven't yet learned which type. Wow, that was an excellent hit there from Oliver to take it right down to just enough that we could throw our Pokeball, but not enough to make it effective. I don't know if Pokeball will catch this. It was level 17. That's easy. I'm sure we really wanted it, as of course we do already have a Diglett. So it's not like we can use the Pokedex, but we do get some bonus XP. I'm just interested in seeing what its Terra type is. Ooh, I didn't want to add a nickname. So let's check out some of the Pokemon we we've captured that do have unique Terra types. Of course, Cypher had the normal type. We didn't ever check out Meowth. So Meowth had flying type, and also the move Aerialise. That's pretty unique. A shame about its nature being horrific, reducing its speed and increasing special attack. Well, Cypher with the normal Terra type. And Diglett had the Rock Terra type, which doesn't really do anything to target any of its weaknesses, I suppose, but could make moves like Rock Tomb have much better damage, which could be useful, I suppose, but it's not something I'm going to look to use, I don't think. Dash around in case I see anything new. If I don't, let's turn back and head towards the tower. Trowel. turned so sharply, ran straight into another Smoliv. Spotted as it rendered in at the last second just again. Definitely wasn't there as we went past, but we do see a trainer battle here. More and more opportunities to give Oliver the runner. So as she mentioned, electrifying the waitress. So I'm just going to electrify Pokemon is only level 9 though, so it shouldn't cause any trouble. Even a level 9 shoot is faster. So that's how poor the evolution line of Smoliv speed is. We do again one hit, again, which also demonstrates its just pure power, to be honest. That's it, I'm closing my shop. Okay. Waitress, some form of trauma. It's unfortunate. And over here we find another little Dimmy warning around the back of this van. Not a lot of new Pokemon. What's this area here? Oh, it's a Sprigatito, so there is one new Pokemon available around here. Like we've seen so far, there's probably more. Straight see if we get lucky. Of course, the sooner we get quick balls, the better. So these should quick balls will help us massively capture Pokemon. It's going to absorb, in which case, not very effective. Which it is, and a Pokemon should now catch. Just want to get this gym done. Hopefully this is the Campbell first gym. I think that was the gym building I did see in the background there, so we're going to kind of beeline straight for that if we can. So, Sprigatito, the cricket Pokemon. Its legs are short. Whenever it stumbles, its stiff antennae clack with an xylophone-like sound. Sorted. And another new addition to our Pokedex. Jump sprint past all of this. Jigglypuff. We will come back to capture some of these Pokemon. For now, we're just going to go straight into the gym. And we'll update on what we find at the start of the next one. Don't spend too much time faffing around in these province areas as they're so large. There's a million different things I'm sure we find. We could spend hours on this, but I don't want hours of episodes devoted purely to these areas. I'm sure you guys would rather see the gym. So from this fella we get a lovely prize, which is an Aerial Ace TM, which is a great flying type move. Very useful. It means that there's a flying type move that never misses, which is awesome. So here we are. This is we're going for Cortondo. Heracross, which also hope we can find one soon. One of my favourite Pokemon. Again, not one I'm going to look to add to my team because our starter Pokemon does develop a flying type. Still having rendering issues, as you can see from the horrible walking animation there. Hopefully that'll stop once we enter the gym. See a bit of lighting down there, we'll come back to that. So, this is our first look at a new gym building. Obviously very different to previous games' gym buildings, but I suppose you cannot miss them now. And we're going to go charging straight in, although I believe it's a bug-type gym, so we're actually going to put Tempest as our lead Pokemon for now. Just make use, of course, of his fire typing. We do also have Elvis with his wing attack, which could do a hell of a lot of damage to bug-type. First up we see Nimona. Oh hey HJW. Came to see this gym, huh? That can only mean one thing. You're out to earn some gym badges and take on the Pokemon League, aren't you? Yeah, slowly but surely. Yes, I knew it. I'm so glad I asked you to do it. Before you can battle the gym leader, you've got to pass a certain challenge set by them, their gym test. Every gym test is different. If you ask the lobby staff about it, they'll tell you what's up. Here, have these. When you use them, consider me healing up your Pokemon. And she gives us a couple of super potions. I'm so glad you're aiming to be the champion too. This is the best news ever. Man, I'm so excited I can barely stand still. Guess I'll just battle every trainer I run into. Awesome. Right, let's go. Welcome to Koraidon Gym. Let me register as a challenger. The name is HJW, yes? Great. Now in order to face Gym Leader Katie, you will need to first pass the gym test. Here at the Koraidon Gym, that means taking on the olive roll. Olive production is a big part of life in Koraidon. We've held the Olive Harvest Festival here for years, each year for generations, to usher in bumper crops. To pass our gym test, you'll need to roll an olive-shaped ball all the way to the goal. Your efforts should help ensure we get a great olive harvest yield this year too. The staffer at the olive rolling field will explain the rules to you in further detail. Our registered location on your map app is just to the north of the town. Okay, so this is different. You don't just take on... Interesting. You don't just take on a ton of trainers anymore. Or have to do some kind of, I don't know, maze or something within the gym. You now have to actually do a challenge within the gym leader's set town before you can do the gym, which is interesting. Or just beeline straight over there using Koraidon dash. Wait. Oh, this is the fellow we're looking for here. Welcome to the olive rolling field. This gym test is all about stamina. You'll need to push with all you've got to get a large olive ball rolling to make it all the way to the end. Get the ball over various obstacles, then push it into the goal to clear the course. Are you ready to start? Yeah, why not? So, I have to get this from one end to the other, I assume. Are we allowed to ride Koraidon? I don't know if that'll make it any easier. Easy now, we've got him in the bag. Oh! As I say that, I fling it the wrong way. Go over there. Almost like a rugby ball, it's quite hard to direct. Ah! Oh wait. Oh wait. Maybe it's not so easy on Koraidon, but... Is that it in the goal? Done. I don't know if we were meant to face off against the various trainers there, if they count as part of the gym challenge. We passed, so that's good enough for me. Very different in this game. Kind of stupid if I'm being honest, but still quite fun. So we've hit a black screen here. Eventually does load in. With that performance, I'm sure we can look forward to a great olive harvest next year. I'm happy to declare your gym test officially cleared. Congratulations. Please report your result to the lobby staffer at the gym and prepare for your battle against Katie. Awesome. Another crown Jigglypuff, so I don't think it's going to be hard to find one when we do decide to come back and capture everything we see. Let's jump into this fellow's swimming pool. Dashing around everyone's houses. Koraidon, which seems quite rude. Let's head just straight back into this gym and get the gym challenge sorted. Now we've done that, I assume we just speak to the big man here. You were on a roll out there. A big congratulations from me for successfully clearing the gym test. You've earned the right to challenge the gym leader. Best of luck. Yes, I would like to face Katie the Sugarbug. So our first, what should be, I assume, kind of a testing trainer. We've of course had a test of some form when we faced off against the first Titan, the Stone Wall Titan. But now we have our first gym leader challenge. Hopefully the levels are a little bit higher than what we faced previously. We've only faced at level 10 trainers, so we want something a little bit stronger. And of course, being a bug-type gym leader, I very much doubt they're going to be very strong, as bug-types aren't particularly strong. Thank you very much for your skillful olive rolling, it was quite impressive. Oh, did I forget to introduce myself? Forgive me. You're obviously Katie. My name is Katie and I'm the owner here at Patisserie Soapery. Oh, that's right, I'm not in my shop, I'm on duty as a leader of the Cortundo gym right now. Forgive me. My name is Katie and I'm the gym leader here in Cortundo. My main line of work is crafting sweets as a pastry chef. Little sweets that bring happiness with just one bite. Bug-type Pokemon hiding in foliage, both very small yet powerful. Don't let your guard down unless you would like to find yourself knocked off of your feet. I'm feeling this is going to be one of those cake walk battles that they do to introduce you to the game at the beginning, but hopefully not. So we have Gym Lead Casey, who starts off with a Nimble, running with purely bug-type. So we shouldn't have too many problems here with Tempest. She has 3 Pokemon, and thankfully this one starts at level 14, so at least it's higher level than what we're going to be using. Of course, not particularly strong, and we do just break it down in 1 straight hit, so not very difficult. But I assume that's just kind of the appetizer, and their team will get stronger. So again, as Tarantula doesn't sound particularly strong. I think we might be a little bit over level 4 this, as of course both this and the Stony Titan were both the first recommended path for your choice of even. They had to keep this fairly low level so that you didn't force you on a defined path. She's going to send out a Teddiursa, which is interesting in the sense that that's normal type, but I'm assuming she's probably going to terrestrialize it into a bug type, which will trick to be some kind of trick. I'll keep Tempest out for now. Yeah, because we did the Stony Cliff Titan, we've ended up a little bit over level for this. So, I think we're still going to take that fairly easily, and that'll be our first gym badge. Now my little Pokemon. Right. Went away for a chat to me. So here we go, as expected, the Grace Terrestrialize. I'm assuming she's going to terrestrialize to a bug type, which she does indeed. It looks like it's quite straightforward. It would make sense in a gym. It's a little bit predictable. I almost hope that instead that they will start with a bug type and then terrestrialize to something to kind of cover their weaknesses. I think that would be a bit more of a surprise or a bit more of a threat. Seems a little bit too predictable. That Fury Swipe does do a decent amount of damage, and I think that our next Fury Swipe will take this down for hopefully our easiest of the gym badges. But actually, our attack does miss. So I wonder if they can use a bug type move here. Of course, terrestrialization should do the damage of moves of bug type. It does with Fury Cutter. But thankfully, against our fire type, it's not very effective. We can use an Ember here on the bug type, force it from the air, so that'll take it down in 1 hit. And there we go. Teddiursa fainted. And that is our first gym badge in the bag, which is great to see. So we're making really good early progress already. We've already taken down 1 Titan and now our first gym already as well. So that's progress on one of the 2 paths. I'm thinking maybe we should take on one of our first star bases as well in the next episode. But maybe let us know what you think, because if you'd rather us carry on with doing either the Titans or the gyms, maybe I could focus more on that than the others instead. But in the meantime, Shinx, or Lux Luthor, is evolving. And there we go. So Shinx has evolved into a Luxio, who's going to keep, of course, called Lux Luthor. And Luxio is the Spark Pokemon. To read this description as it keeps skipping through quite quickly. But that should be a huge power boost for us now, because Shinx isn't particularly strong, but Luxio is definitely an upgrade. Your strength rose during our battle like a nice bread in the oven. I feel that I may need to work on my own strength as well. Congratulations, you passed. I've proved for your victory against me, the gym leader. Allow me to present you with this gym badge. I hope you'll enjoy it, along a heaped serving of some of my delicious handmade treats. And there we go, our first gym badge and a pretty handy picture to go with it as well. With one gym badge in your possession, Pokemon to level 25 will be easier to catch and will listen to your commands as well. I see you have quite the appetite as well. How about a little TM as the frosting on the cake? And we get Pounce, which lowers the target speed stat, which will be very useful. And I can use a TM machine to make copies of that TM, which is brilliant. Till we meet again. These loading screens are a bit of a menace, don't think we load them particularly quickly or cleanly either. But there we go, that's our badge sorted. Now our Rotom phone starts ringing. And it's Nimona. Hey HJW, just had to tell you, my Pokemon are learning some pretty cool new moves. Be ready. How'd it go at the gym, by the way? I passed. Yes! I mean, it was obvious you were going to pass, but congrats. I'm so glad I encouraged you to take on the gym. Nice job, me. I'm training hard too, by the way, day and night. Going all over the place to boot. Thank goodness we've got the map app. It helps a ton in figuring out where to go next, especially in a huge place like Paldea. After all, the path to getting stronger usually has some strange stops. Speaking of going strange places, I wonder what Arven's up to. Anyway, catch you later. I hope you know I'm going to want a battle if we run into each other. So let's head out of here. Just to see if there's anything waiting for us on the doorstep, as you never know. Doesn't look like it. Well, there we go. We took on our first ever gym badge and won with relative ease, which is excellent to see. And we've also had some fairly big changes to our team. Of course, adding Oliver the Smoliv in, and also evolutions of Wooper and Shinx. We didn't even see much of Elvis today, our strongest Pokemon, but who needs it when you've got such an awesome full team to boot. So with that, I am going to be leaving that for now. Let me know in the comments if there's anything that you want to see for next episode, when I make my decision on which route we take next. For those of you watching on Twitch, please drop a follow, as it'd be awesome to help me grow my community more and more. It'd be very much appreciated. And for those on YouTube, please drop a like and please consider subscribing. All of my streams will be uploaded here to YouTube, so you'll never miss a thing. Anyway, with that, I really enjoyed having you guys around, and I really hope to see you on the next one.